Good morning, everyone. This is Nikunj Bharakhda, filling in for Jairam Krishnamurthy. Welcome to Almus Market Morning. Facebook has been in news for the wrong reasons. After a poor revenue forecast, the stock has lost $237 billion in market cap, and more than anything, it brought down the entire tech sector stocks, resulting in Nasdaq losing nearly 4% in yesterday's trading. However, US shares were on an uptrend, with Amazon posting earnings during the previous session, slowly recovering from a historic $251 billion wipeout for Meta platforms. Amazon could add nearly $200 billion in market value and 14% gain in aftermarket trading hours to Friday's US close. With Fed rate hike in March almost a certainty and indication that they would be shrinking their balance sheet substantially, investors are wary of fresh investments into stocks at the current valuation. The USD, of course, was an equally bigger casualty, with the broad dollar index slumping more than 1% after the ECB president somewhat surprised that with their hawkish stance. Euro has gained across the board, and even against the GBP, whose gains were muted after the BOE's second hike in successive months, as it was kind of discounted by the market already. Not surprisingly, yields have moved up across the countries, and it has been another rout in bond markets. INR has little to cheer, even with the dollar index drop, as that only intensifies the unwinding of carry trade against low yielders. Oil prices still remain high. Concerns of more bond selling due to high fiscal and borrowing, and FIs who remain sanguine about the Indian markets, and all for a period of underperformance by the rupee, which has been quite overvalued on rare basis. Of course, RBI will be present strongly to prevent any sharp falls. Almost coordinated by the global central banks is likely to hasten a rate hike by the RBI, and we will not be surprised to see one in their next week's meeting. We expect range of 74.30 to 75.30 and dollar rupee in the near term, and only a move beyond this will see a larger directional move. Thanks.
Thank you, Nikunj. This is Pankaj Rathi. What are movements happening in crude oil? Crude oil moved further north, and this is going to impact inflation globally. On a winter storm in USA, WTI crude oil topped $90 yesterday evening. USD index is likely to have a worst week in last 2 years, fell by 1.5% during this week. Today's evening, USD index can see some correction if payroll numbers are very, very strong. Asian currencies are stronger today on weaker USD index. Korean won and Thai baht both higher by 0.3% today. Both ECB and BOE comments were being interpreted as very hawkish, and we have seen a massive 10-12 basis point upward movement in German bond yield and UK bond yield of 10 years. So impact is looking like globally interest rates or yields are going higher. India new 10-year benchmark G-Sec yield closed at 6.89%. Looking at the global yield movement, it is expected that Indian bond yields will close higher by 4 to 5 basis today, and a big number of 7% will be a resistance zone before MPC meeting, which is scheduled in next week. Thank you. Have a great day.